What's up, pizza lovers? Pizza Channel Kevin here, and today I'm going to give you some gardening tips and ideas so you can take your pizza game to the next level. I am by no means an expert gardener or a chef that knows the best use for every herb, so hopefully you guys can help me with those in the comments. But I love having a garden and the approach it gives me towards cooking pizza and all the other foods I like to make at home. It makes you think about what's ripe and what needs to be pruned and how you can work it into a dish. And I have some of my favorite ingredients always ready to go. Before we get started, just letting you know, I do live in Maryland where we pretty emphatically get all 4 seasons, so the growing conditions may be a little bit different where you live. I grow some herbs indoors that are really essential to pizza making, so I have them year-round. But outdoors, I also grow more herbs and some fruits and vegetables. So, let's take a look. So there's 4 herbs I like to grow year-round inside my house just because they're so important to my pizza making and some of the other dishes I like to make. Those are basil, oregano, parsley, and cilantro. So let's start with basil. So important to the pizza making process. My pizza sauce has fresh basil in it. Nearly every red sauce pizza I make is going to have fresh basil in it. And then you can top really any pizza with some basil, whether that's a cheese or pepperoni pizza. Obviously a margarita pizza. Once you have some good basil going, you can whip up a really good pesto. So basil, so important, so versatile, so great for your pizza making journey. Best way to take care of your basil is water it a lot. It does not like direct sun, so try to get it a little bit of shade. Make sure to keep these plants kind of short and fat. Trim them off at the stem. Don't let them get too tall. When they start to die off a little bit, just go ahead and plant some more seeds in there. You know, come spring, you can buy some really good basil plants at Home Depot. So basil is so important. You know, occasionally I'll have my basil plant die off, and those are some of the worst pizza making months of the year. So make sure to take care of your basil year round, and it's going to make you some really good pizzas. I have parsley and oregano growing outside as well. So the other herb I have growing inside is cilantro. Cilantro is by far the most high maintenance herb that I grow. I had to pick a different window to put the cilantro in because that seems to be where it likes to grow. Cilantro likes a lot of water, not a lot of direct sun, but it's a really good herb. I use it most for Taco Tuesday, but with that said, you can make a really good Taco Tuesday pizza. I like some cilantro on top of a barbecue chicken pizza or Hawaiian pizza. Cilantro, while it's a lot of work, I really like it. Though I know some of you think it tastes like soap. Out on this porch, I have my herb garden, so let me show you what I got. I've got my oregano growing up here. I also have that growing inside. Oregano is obviously one of the biggest herbs when it comes to Italian cooking. Nearly every American style of pizza is going to have oregano on it, whether that's dried oregano or fresh oregano. If you have fresh oregano, I think it gives it a little bit extra flavor, which is really good, but you can also take the oregano you grow and dry it out. You can add oregano to your marinara sauce, to your pizza sauce, just such a versatile herb when it comes to Italian cooking. Oregano grows like a weed. It grows really well. It might die off occasionally, but just give it some water, give it some sun. It's going to grow really well for you, and it's going to be a great herb to have in your tool chest. So I got a really healthy parsley plant here. Parsley is a great topping for pizzas like a New Haven clam, sausage and peppers, chicken parm, meatball, any of the traditional Italian dishes. Parsley goes really well with. And I can't recommend enough taking a lot of parsley and making your own chimichurri. You can use that on a pizza or just some chicken or beef. It's so delicious, so flavorful. You get this parsley, a little bit of shade, some sun, a lot of water. It'll grow really good for you. Just once the leaves die off a little bit, just pick them off. I've got my rosemary plant here, and just rosemary goes so good with Italian flavors, whether you're talking about a rosemary focaccia. I really like this one pizza where I do garlic, olive oil, rosemary, cheese, ham, then top it afterwards with balsamic glaze and fresh basil. I call that pizza the flavor bomb. It's so good. It grows well for me about 10 months out of the year, so it's a really strong plant, so I love having it, and it's really good. Here I've got some thyme growing, which is grown really well, growing like a weed just with some daily watering and a little bit of shade. But quite honestly, I don't think I've ever put thyme on a pizza, so if you have any ideas, let me know. You know, it goes well with steak and other red meat. I think it could be really good on like a jerk chicken pizza, so any ideas you have, let me know in the comments. Here I've got my sage plant. You know, it's got such an amazing smell to it, really cool herb. I haven't used it on a ton of pizzas, but I'd love to learn about more ways I could use it. I've used it for a Thanksgiving pizza after the holiday with the oven roasted turkey. Really good on that. I've made a brown sage butter garlic bread. That was really good. And I know you can mix it with a red sauce, give it an interesting punch. So sage, cool plant to have. Just give it a little bit of shade, give it some water. And you know, I've had a sage plant for years. It grows really strong. Here I have my green onion plant. I've had these for 6 years. They just keep coming back every year, keep getting stronger. Love having it. Really great vegetable to add to your pepperoni pizzas, meat lovers pizzas, veggie pizzas. Really goes good with just about anything. These have grown really well. Anytime I want some, I kind of just pick off a stem and cut it up. And these have grown really well. Just water them as often as you can. Get them some sunlight and they'll grow like crazy. I've got my peppermint plant up here. And I have not yet used peppermint on a pizza. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I think that could be good with like lamb or something like that. But peppermint grows like a weed, grows really well, comes back every year. Obviously it's good in like an iced tea or a mojito. But you know, it's an easy herb to have in your garden. It grows really good. And if you have any pizza ideas, please let me know. Bell peppers growing here. I think peppers are probably one of the most popular toppings, whether you're talking about a supreme pizza, a veggie pizza, or sausage and peppers, which is one of my favorites. So I love having bell peppers there whenever I want them. They start off green, and then if they grow longer, they'll turn either red or yellow, get a little bit sweeter. So yeah, these, you know, you can just take a seed from a bell pepper and stick it in the dirt. It's, you know, it's a several month process to get it to this point, but it's really a great plant to have. It blooms quite often, and it's just awesome to have bell peppers ready to go whenever you want them. Bell peppers you grow yourself are just that much better than something you'll get at a store. So here I have Roma tomatoes growing. Obviously an essential part of pizza is the tomatoes. So it's really great to grow your own tomatoes and make your own pizza sauce out of it. It's so delicious and it's such a fun journey. You know, I start out these plants in the early spring with seed, and then usually by late summer I get a nice bloom of tomatoes. You know they're ready to go when they're a bright red. I usually get a pretty good second bloom in the early fall. So it's really a fun journey. You know, you can make your own sauce, which is so good. Or if you just want to, you know, take one off and cut it up and put it on your pizza, you can do that as well. These plants need to be watered quite a bit. They like pretty direct sun, and just kind of maintain them by, you know, anytime you see some dead branches on there, some dead leaves, just go ahead and pick them off. You'll absolutely love this journey. Make sure to watch my entire video on making pizza sauce from fresh garden tomatoes. So here I have a jalapeno plant. I'm not the biggest spicy food fan. Maybe you've picked that up from following my Instagram. But this was given to me by a friend, and it's grown better than anything else I have in my garden this year, so it's been fun to watch this bloom. So obviously you can take some jalapenos and spice up any pizza. It can be good on a spicy Hawaiian, throw some on a pepperoni pizza, really do some kind of Taco Tuesday type pizza. This has just been in direct sun, watering it quite often. It's been growing like crazy. And also too, it's fun to pickle these, to take the edge off a little bit, you know, get some jars and mix it with some water and vinegar and sugar and salt and garlic. So I got some salad greens growing here. If you've never put a salad on top of a pizza, I really recommend it. It is so good. But if you don't want to do that, you can always have a salad on the side of your pizza, always a great complement to the pizza. So I got different types of greens growing here. This is my first year doing it, so I'm learning a little bit more as it goes along, but you know, they seem to grow pretty well here in direct sun. Just kind of pick off the dead leaves when they come. You can kind of pick them and clean them whenever you want to have a salad or some extra greens, so it's really been fun to have these in the garden. Well, I hope you learned something today, and I hope you'll use gardening to step up your pizza game. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to Pizza Channel for all kinds of great videos on making pizza. See you next time.